So, welcome to this practice quiz, the first of hopefully many while we're all in quarantine. I've been watching a guy who does a virtual pub quiz every Thursday, and to be honest, really enjoyed it. So, I thought it'd be fun to do more quizzes. So, if you're interested at the end of this quiz, keep a hold of your score, and I plan to put them all in a spreadsheet. So, remember, this isn't live, so you can pause it, whatever. If you need more time with the questions, in between rounds, that's fine. Just pause it. Go ahead and pause the YouTube video. So the format of this quiz, there'll be 8 questions per round, 4 questions in the bonus round. Those 4 questions will be worth 2 marks. All the other questions are worth 1 mark, obviously. So in terms of the actual rounds, round 1 will be general knowledge. Round 2 is a picture round. Round 3, TV and film. Then we'll have a little break where you can pause the video, and then I'll go through the answers to round 1 and 3. Round 4 is the association round. We'll go through that when it comes to it. Round 5 is the geography round, and then round 6 is the bonus round that I talked about, where there are only 4 questions, but they're each worth 2 marks. So with this quiz, I've tried to do as many questions to stop people from cheating, stop people from just typing in the obvious question and finding out the answer. But obviously, if you're going to cheat, that's fine. But what's the point, really? Especially in these times, it's just a bit of fun. So without further ado, let's get on to round 1, which is general knowledge. What is the name of the company that bought Lucasfilm Limited, the Star Wars franchise, for a reported $4 billion in 2012? So that's what is the name of the company that bought Lucasfilm Limited, the Star Wars franchise, for a reported $4 billion in 2012. Question 2. The term bovine relates to which animal? The term bovine relates to which animal? Question 3. What does a cartophilist collect? So that's question 3. What does a cartophilist collect? Remember, if I'm going too quickly, feel free to pause it or rewind. That's fine, I don't mind. If I move this to a live stream, then obviously that'd be more difficult, but at the moment that's fine. Question 4. What letter is the Roman numeral for the number 50? So that's what letter is the Roman numeral for the number 50? Question 5. In an English trial, how many people sit on the jury? So that's question 5. In an English trial, how many people sit on the jury? Question 6. A baker's dozen equates to what number? Question 6. A baker's dozen equates to what number? Question 7. When talking about the pH scale, What does pH stand for? So that's question 7. When talking about the pH scale, what does pH stand for? So final question of the first round. How did soul singer Otis Redding die in 1967? So that's final question of round 1. How did soul singer Otis Redding die in 1967? Okay, well that's the end of round 1. Thank you for playing that round. That was the general knowledge round. And now is the picture round. So for this quiz, I've chosen 8 different pictures of US presidents. Some of them are quite old, so obviously they're not photographs. And I simply want you to name which US president this is a picture of. So there are 8 questions, and let's begin. Question 1. Question 2. Question 3. Again, if you need more time, just press pause. I'm not sure if this is too quick or too slow. Obviously, tell me if it's too quick or too slow. Question 4. Question 5. So who is this US president? Question 6. Question 7. And then finally, question 8. Chose the best photo of him I could. Again, as I said, if I've gone too quickly, just go back and watch the last 4 or 5 minutes of that round and tell me if it's too slow or too quick. So that was the end of round 2, and now we move on to round 3, the last round before the break. Now this round is about TV and film. Again, 8 questions, and tell me the answer. Question 1. Knowing Me, Knowing You is a show hosted by which radio show character? So that's Knowing Me, Knowing You is a show hosted by which radio show character? Question 2. What is the name of the upcoming James Bond movie that has been pushed back for release until this autumn? So that's question 2. What is the name of the upcoming James Bond movie that has been pushed back for release until this autumn? Question 3. Who directed the 1951 film Strangers on a Train? Bit of modern cinema. So that's question 3. Who directed the 1951 film Strangers on a Train? So let's move on to question 4. In the sitcom Friends, Jennifer Aniston and Courtney Cox star as Rachel and Monica. Which actress stars as the character Phoebe? Friends. So that's question 4. In the sitcom Friends, Jennifer Aniston and Courtney Cox star as Rachel and Monica. Which actress stars as the character Phoebe? Question 5. So this is a true or false question. While shooting Fight Club, the 1999 film, Brad Pitt chipped a tooth and decided to keep the look for the movie. So is this true or false? While shooting Fight Club in 1999, Brad Pitt chipped a tooth and decided to keep the look for the movie. So that's question 5. True or false? While shooting Fight Club, did Brad Pitt chip a tooth and then decide to keep the look for the movie? Moving on. Question 6. Who is the current host of the quiz show Mastermind? He has hosted the show since 2003. So So that's question 6. Who is the current host of the quiz show Mastermind? He has hosted the show since 2003. Next question. Question 7. How many Harry Potter movies are there, excluding the Fantastic Beast films? So that's question 7. How many Harry Potter movies are there, excluding the Fantastic Beast films? Okay, last question of round 3. Question 8. They may take our lives, but they'll never take our freedom. Which 1995 film does this famous quote come from? It's not High School Musical. So question 8. They may take our lives, but they'll never take our freedom. Which 1995 film does this famous quote come from? Okay. Now that is the end of the first 3 rounds. If you want to go on a break, then you are more than welcome. If you want to pause the video there, then that's fine. We will go through the answers now. I was going to grab one of my drinks here, but it is actually 11:30 in the morning that I'm recording this, so quarantine hasn't got to that stage yet, so I'll stick with the water. So again, pause it if you need to, but right now we're going to go through the answers to round 1 to 3. So the general knowledge was round 1. Question 1, what is the name of the company that bought Lucasfilm Limited, the Star Wars franchise, for a reported $4 billion in 2012? And the answer was Disney. Give yourself a point if you got that right. Again, there are 8 questions, so 8 marks available in these first 3 rounds, so 24 marks. So question 2, the term bovine relates to which animal? And that is cow or cattle. Didn't write cattle in there. Moving on. Question 3, what does a cartophilist collect? They collect cigarette cards. Question 4, what letter is the Roman numeral for the number 50? That is the letter L. Take the L. Question 5, in an English trial, how many people sit on a jury? And the answer is 12. And now question 6, a baker's dozen equates to what number? And the answer is 13. Those were not on purpose, those 2 answers. Being right next to each other. Question 7, what does pH stand for in the pH scale? And that is potential of hydrogen or power of hydrogen. If you've got either of those, give yourself a mark. Final question, round 1. How did soul singer Otis Redding die in 1967? He died in a plane crash. So tally out your marks for that round, and we'll go on to round 2, which was the US President round. And we'll start with question 1. This was a picture of Theodore Roosevelt, Teddy Roosevelt. Hopefully the pictures aren't too blurry. I'll try to choose clearer ones, but I don't know how that will come through in this video. Question 2, Abraham Lincoln. Moving on, question 3, that was Thomas Jefferson. Question 4, that was Dwight D. Eisenhower. And question 5, the first president was George Washington. Yeah, I'm a bit worried about that picture, that seems a bit blurry. Hopefully you got that. Question 6, that was Woodrow Wilson. Final two, a bit more recent. Number 7 was Bill Clinton, and number 8 was the current 45th president, and it was Donald Trump. So tally up those marks. I'll move on to round 3, which was the TV and film round. So Know Me, this is number 1. Know Me, Knowing You is a show hosted by which fictional radio show character? That's one of the greatest characters ever, Alan Partridge. And then question 2, what is the name of the upcoming James Bond movie? And it's No Time to Die. It's been pushed back till this autumn. Question 3, who directed the 1951 film Strangers on a Train? That's Alfred Hitchcock. Question 4, who plays Phoebe in the sitcom Friends? That is Lisa Kudrow. Question 5, true or false, while shooting Fight Club in 1999, Brad Pitt chipped a tooth and decided to keep the look for the movie. This is false. He actually visited the dentist before shooting who helped him chip his tooth. I don't know how he did it, but it was artificial. He didn't actually do it by accident. So question 6, who is the current host of the quiz show Mastermind? And the answer is John Humphreys. Question 7, how many Harry Potter movies are there? I was trying to throw you off with the question 7 and the answer maybe being 7, but it is, of course, 8. Now, our final question of round 3, question 8. The quote, "They may take our lives, but they'll never take our freedom," is from which 1995 film? And that is Braveheart. So, tally up your marks for those first 3 rounds. You can have another break now if you want to pause it. This is round 4. This is the association round, and for this quiz, I am going to put on the screen 3 songs from famous musicals, and I want you to name the musical from the songs that I've put up on the screen. So again, there are going to be 8 different questions. So name the musical from these songs. Question 1, Joanna, My Friends, No Place Like London. So which musical do these songs come from? Question 1, Joanna, My Friends, No Place Like London. Question 2, as long as he needs me, consider yourself, who will buy? That's question 2, as long as he needs me, consider yourself, who will buy? Moving on, which musical are these 3 songs from? Defying Gravity, As Long as You're Mine, March of the Witch Hunters. So that's Defying Gravity, As Long as You're Mine, March of the Witch Hunters. Which musical are those 3 songs from? Question 4, Razzle Dazzle, When You're Good to Mama, and All That Jazz. So which musical are these from? Razzle Dazzle, When You're Good to Mama, All That Jazz. They're all from the same musical. So again, question 5 for this association round. Which musical are these 3 songs from? I Believe, Hello, All American Prophet. So that's I Believe. Hello, and All American Prophet. We'll move on to question 6. Without love, I know where I've been. You can't stop the beat. So that's question 6. Without love, I know where I've been, and you can't stop the beat. Hopefully you've all been revising your musicals. Question 7. Masquerade, Music of the Night, and All I Ask of You. So that's question 7. Masquerade, Music of the Night, All I Ask of You. What musical are those 3 songs from? Final question of round 4. America, Jet Song, and Tonight. So that's final question. America, Jet Song, Tonight. What musical are those 3 songs from? And we'll move on to round 5, which is geography. I'm sure you'll be delighted to know. 8 questions again, in the normal format this time. And let's move on to question 1. What is the name of the second largest mountain in the world in terms of height? So not counting it if it's 10,000 meters under seawater. So what is the name of the second largest mountain in the world? Moving on. Question 2. What is the most populous US state? So question 2. What is the most populous US state? Which US state has the most population? The biggest population. Moving on. Question 3. What is the capital city of North Korea? It's spelling practice 2. Question 3. What is the capital city of North Korea? Question 4. Which motorway connects London with Cardiff? So that's question 4. Which motorway connects London with Cardiff? Next question. Question 5. Which country was formerly known as Rhodesia? So that's question 5. Which country was formerly known as Rhodesia? Moving on, question 6. The natural occurrence known as aurora borealis is more commonly known as what? Sorry if I butchered that pronunciation. The natural occurrence known as aurora borealis is more commonly known as what? And that's question 6. Moving on, question 7. Which river flows through Paris? So that's question 7. Which river flows through Paris? Final question of round 5. In terms of land area, which of Canada or China is the largest country? So that's question 8. In terms of land area, which of Canada or China is the larger country? And that is the end of round 5. So we move on to the final round, which is the bonus round, round 6. In the first 5 rounds, we had 8 questions, each worth 1 mark. And in the bonus round, there are only 4 questions, but they're each worth 2 marks. So this is the final round, and a good chance to boost your points. Now, the topic for this bonus round is Shakespeare quotes. So I'm going to give you a famous Shakespeare quote, and please tell me what Shakespeare play that quote is from for 2 marks per question. Hopefully we've all revised our Shakespeare quotes. That's all I've been reading. Number 1. To be or not to be, that is the question. Which Shakespeare play is that from? To be or not to be, that is the question. Question 2 for 2 marks. Fair is foul and foul is fair. Hover through the fog and filthy air. Which play is that quote from? Fair is foul and foul is fair. Hover through the fog and filthy air. Question 3. Which Shakespeare play is this from? Alas, that love whose love is muffled still should without eyes see pathways to his will. My monotone delivery of this isn't great, to be honest, is it? So that's question 3. Alas, that love whose love is muffled still should without eyes see pathways to his will. Which Shakespeare play is that from? And final question for the quiz, final question of the bonus round. Which Shakespeare play is this quote from? Bless thee, Bottom, bless thee, thou art translated. So that's question 4. Bless thee, bottom, bless thee, thou art translated. And that's it. That's the last question of the bonus round, the last question of the quiz. If you want to take another break, then please feel free to press pause on the video. If not, we'll move on to the answers to round 4 to 6. So the answers to the association round, which is round 4. Question 1, Joanna, my friends, no place like London, and we were looking for which musical these 3 songs are from. So question 1 was Sweeney Todd. Question 2, as long as he needs me, consider yourself, who will buy? That's from Oliver. Question 3, defying gravity, as long as you're mine, March of the Witch Hunters. That musical is Wicked. Question 4, Razzle Dazzle, when you get to Mama. All that jazz is from the musical Chicago. Moving on to question 5, I Believe, Hello, and All American Prophet from the musical The Book of Mormon. Question 6, Without Love, I Know Where I've Been, You Can't Stop the Beat. That's from Hairspray. Question 7, Masquerade, Music of the Night, All I Ask of You, and that is from The Phantom of the Opera. Question 8, finally, America Jet Song Tonight is from West Side Story. So give yourself a tally out of 8 for those musicals in the association round, and we'll move on to geography, round 5. What is the name of the second largest mountain in the world? That's K2. Question 2, what is the most populous US state? And that's California. Question 3, what is the capital city of North Korea? Oh, how am I going to pronounce this? Pyongyang is the capital city of North Korea. Question 4, which motorway connects London with Cardiff? And that is the M4. Question 5, what is Rhodesia now called? And that is Zimbabwe. The phenomenon Aurora Borealis is also more commonly known as the Northern Lights. If I'm going too fast again, just press pause if you can. Sorry if I'm breezing through it. Question 7, which river flows through Paris? And that is the River Seine. And then finally, in the geography round, which of Canada or China has the biggest country by land area? And that is Canada. Final round, bonus round. Remember, there are only 4 questions in this Shakespeare quotes round. Each question is worth 2 marks. And which play were these Shakespeare quotes from? So, number 1, to be or not to be, that is the question. And that was from the play Hamlet. Question 2, fair is foul and foul is fair, hover through the fog and filthy air. And that is from Macbeth. Question 3, alas that love whose love is muffled still, should without eyes see pathways to his will. And that is from the play Romeo and Juliet. And finally, question 4, bless thee, bottom, bless thee, thou art translated, is from A Midsummer Night's Dream. So tally up that round out of 8, that one for the 4 questions, 2 marks per round. 2 marks per question in that last round. And then, how to score, once you've calculated the total score for the 6 rounds, it should be out of 48. So that is 5 rounds of 8, which is 40, and then the bonus round is also out of 8, 2 marks per question. And so you'll get a total out of 48. I'm planning to do quite a few of these, so if you want to record your mark and you want to keep track of it compared to other people who also want to record their mark, contact me basically, and either in the comments or whatever on social media, and I'm probably going to create a spreadsheet just for those who are interested. If you're just going to cheat and do 48 out of 48, then that's fine, but like, I don't know, if you genuinely want to compare and see how you're doing compared to other people, then just contact me. So thank you for playing, and of course stay safe. I want to give a massive shout out to, I don't know his name, but it's the virtual pub quiz. He does it every Thursdays. It's just before the NHS clap. So if you're free on a Thursday night, which I'm sure a lot of you are, please tune into his live stream. Just type in virtual pub quiz quiz into YouTube and take part in the NHS clap, of course. Stay safe, everyone. Thank you for watching.